So wonderful. That is one. Peace, blessings, love, holy, plenty, a lot of love to all our wonderful kings and queens in the house, and also our kings and queens on YouTube and any other social media platform that you are viewing or watching on. And we thank you for joining us for this wonderful deep dive, globally changing life program that comes on every Tuesday, every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or 2000 hours Eastern Daylight Time. We thank you very much for joining us and for being a part of this wonderful, gracious, loving family that we have here on Deep Dive. And so, without any further ado, of course, you know that we most definitely want to encourage everyone to be with us as much as physically possible. We would like to thank you for joining us. And as customary, we do have a theme song. And this theme song is from our very own entrepreneur, recording, international recording artist. And of course, that is none other than Lorata Shadari, all the way there in Germany, that gave us this song, In It to Win It. So as you watch this song, we want you to contemplate and look at the video that is complementing this song. And please take it in and enjoy this wonderful theme song that we have here, which is In It to Win It. Of course, thank you. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much, Lorata Shadari. Really appreciate it. Thank you ever so much. All right. So our next speaker, or our first speaker, first presenter, of course, is no stranger to most of us. But for the benefit of maybe a few persons or some persons or that is on our very platform, we just want to let you know that our presenter is most definitely one of the best presenters that comes with the best mindset that we are hearing from week to week. And we are most definitely speaking of none other than Queen Dr. Tunishai A. Ford, a life coach, international transformational speaker, a TV talk show host, published author of 4 books, of which she also is the editor and chief of Discovering You magazine. And I do hope that everyone have subscribed. It's a free magazine. And if you need to put some article in there, that also is available. And so at this time, we are going to call on Queen Dr. Tunishai Ford to speak to us on part 1 of Working Smart, Not Hard, the 10 practices of highly successful people. Thank you very much in advance, Queen Dr. Tunishai Ford.
Thank you, Dr. Derek. Thank you so much. I am so happy to be here today. Can everyone hear me all right? Everyone can hear me? Great. Okay.
Yes.
Everyone can hear me, right? Can you all hear me?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon. Good morning. Thank you again for allowing me to share from my heart. This topic, I believe, is very timely because we are getting ready to truly embark on a journey. And it's not about getting to the finish line, it's about the process. And I want to talk about working smart and not hard. You know, for the most part, we've been taught most of our lives that you have to work hard to become successful. That you have to put some skin in the game. You have to put in overtime. You have to really think about what you're doing to the point where you become exhausted. You burn the candles at both ends. But I want to dispel that because it is a myth. To misunderstand, I'm not saying don't work, but I want to share practicing, and they hardly break a sweat in doing it. So today we're going to cover the first 5 for the second time because we have another speaker. And then next week we'll cover the last 5. As I said before, when you think about working hard, what do you think about? I think about a person maybe working about overtime. They spend a lot of time away from their family. They don't have a lot of leisure time. They're not eating right. They're tired all the time. They're stressed out. So many things that go on because they're working hard. But again, when you think about working hard, you think about a person that is truly spent a lot of time. But you want to ask yourself, are they spending time effectively? Are they spending time efficiently? Are they doing what's best for themselves and their families? So tonight we're going to cover some of the practices that highly successful people do, and again, without even breaking a sweat. So the first one I'm going to share with you tonight, I want to share with you the first one, and most of the things I'm going to share, you've heard it before. It's nothing new. It's nothing new. But sometimes we just don't always think about it. We may think about it, we may know these things, but the question is, are you putting it into practice? That's the key. You might know about certain things, but are you practicing it? That's what it's all about. Practicing it so that you can become successful more efficiently and more effectively. So the first practice that highly successful people do is they prioritize. They prioritize. One of the secrets of those who achieve the greatest are people who know how to prioritize. Ask yourself this question. Seriously, I want you to ask yourself this question. And be honest with yourself. Can you truly say that when you start your day, that you think about putting things in the order of its importance? Are you the kind of person that just as things come along, you just deal with it as it comes along? And by the end of the day, you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, stressed out. And you look at your day and say, you know what? I really did not accomplish anything because you didn't prioritize. People who are highly successful, they prioritize. And it doesn't mean ignoring your responsibility. That's not what I'm saying. It simply means that you are strategic in how you spend your time. Adopting the habit of prioritizing ensures that you are putting in the best effort and you're doing things according to your skill sets. Okay, so again, the first practice that highly successful people practice is they prioritize. They know they can do more in less time, but they have to prioritize. Let me give you an example. I believe many talks ago, I used to talk about many goals, MINI. Make a list of those things that are important to you and not allowing distractions. Because oftentimes we find ourselves trying to get things accomplished, but we allow distractions to come into our lives. Family members, people who may be toxic, unexpected phone calls that we don't have to take, maybe trips outside the home that are not necessary for that day. But I do. In order for me to prioritize, this is one of the things that Dr. T practices. I make my list for the day, and I ask myself, what is truly important? What can I put off to tomorrow? We've always been taught, don't put off to tomorrow what you can do today. No, put some things off. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you put things on your plate according to their importance. What is going to help you get to your goal for that day? And I'm not just talking about business. I'm talking about your personal life. I'm talking about time with your family. I'm talking about leisure time. I'm talking about your health. Everything that pertains to you being a successful, wholesome, complete person. I'm talking about those things. And when you prioritize, you can like for those moments, then you find yourself being more happy, you're more complete, you're more content with yourself when you prioritize. Get rid of those things or nothing but things, all they do is fill up your space. You don't need things to fill up your space. You need things to take things off your plate. Take things off your plate. When I start my day, when I make my list, it might just be 5 things or less that I have to do that day. And that's fine. I don't try to add any more to it. I don't. And the rest of the day, I spend time with me. It might be meditating. It might be reading a book. And this is a book about self-improvement per se. It might just be something that I enjoy reading. Maybe I may watch a movie. And I'm not saying you don't have to do that. But I try to do things to diffuse as less stress as possible. Because I know for myself, I become quite anxious. But when I get anxious, I find myself being an emotional eater, like most women are emotional eaters. I find myself doing things and thinking about things that I shouldn't, in areas that I shouldn't be involved in. Because I'm stressing myself out. This is why I want to encourage all of you that when you start your day, prioritize your life with things that you know that are going to help you complete that goal. Whether it's in your personal life, whether it's your business, whether it's your family, whatever it may be, prioritize. Again, the first thing, number 1, is prioritizing. We're talking about working smart and not hard. And when you prioritize, you're well on your way to understanding and achieving success. Number two, now I'm probably already a master at this. Number two, they delegate. But our practice sets these successful individuals apart with the ability to delegate tasks. Ask yourself a question. Be honest with yourself now. Do you delegate? Now, you heard the cliche. If you want something done right, do it yourself. That's not necessarily true. When you want something done right, delegate. If you don't just delegate, you give it to people who have certain skill sets and interests and talents. You delegate to people who have a heart to do what needs to be done. This is what I do. I have the CEO as founder of the nonprofit organization or this corporate. And one of the things that I know I'm very good at is I recognize who's on my team. I recognize their talents and their abilities and their skills, and most importantly, their passion. And so I have a task that I can't do everything. I let you know right now that Dr. T is not really what you call computer savvy. I'm not technologically savvy. And I know that about me. But I'm good at other things, administrative things. I'm good at those things. So what I do, I have people on my team who enjoy working with computers, they enjoy technology, they thrive on it. So what does Dr. T do? I'm delegating. In fact, I want to tell you a story. I did something recently. There's a young lady who's a member of our organization, and she's been with us for years, just as a member. And I asked her about becoming a board member because she's been very faithful to the organization. And she discovered that she's very good at making flyers. She's developing the skill of becoming a graphic artist. And she's very good at it. And she's never done this before. Now, in the past, our Tony Cumming, or Jeanette Cumming, she would do our flyers. No offense, Tony, but that was not Tony's best skill. She's good at a lot of things. But being a graphic artist was one of them. This young lady, she's taking to the place, she's practicing with it, and she found herself making some phenomenal flyers. So I asked her one day, I said, hey, you are doing so well at this. Why don't you do it with the organization? And she was so thrilled. But she's on top of it. Every time we have an event that's coming up, she makes the flyer. And guess what she's doing? She's taking things off of Tony's plate. Now Tony is free up to do what? To do what she's good at. And I'm not worried about that. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? So I've learned to delegate. Even with your social life, you may say, well, I don't have a business right now, Dr. T. But you might be the person who's the head of your household. You might be a single mother or might be a single father or just a husband, wife, you have children, grandchildren. Learn to delegate responsibilities. You don't have all the skill sets to do everything. I hear people always say that if you want it done right, do it yourself. You gotta learn different things to get things done. Not always. You don't have to always learn everything to get things done. There's so many people out there who would love to get involved. If you run a business and there's certain areas that are lacking, let me give you some advice. Go to universities or colleges. These are people who need to earn extra credit. But people who learn to know how to write, they may know how to do proofreading, they may know how to do really good with social media, they may be good with so many other skill sets. Hire these people, and they'll work for little or nothing. Again, they're trying to get extra credit. You can get the help you need. Your children. Most of our youth are technology savvy. They're good with computers. They're good with social media. Ask them to help. You don't have to do everything yourself because, again, what's going to happen when you don't delegate? You're going to burn yourself out. And you're going to find yourself not being productive. Why? Because you're going to be trying to carry on skill sets that you don't have. Don't take weeks and weeks trying to learn something that somebody else already knows how to do. All you have to do is give it to them. It's not only necessarily true that you have to be a master of all, and jack of all trades and master of none. You want to master something. You want to be a master and do what you do well. Stay in your lane and learn how to delegate. Remember, the key is to what? Work smart, not hard. When you delegate, when you give people a task to do that you know, first of all, they have a passion and they have the skill sets and the abilities, you get more done, not only in your business, but in your life. Number two, they learn to delegate. I should say they delegate. Number three, and I cannot take this off the list. We talk about this all the time. It's so necessary. People who work smart and not hard They embrace continuous learning. They embrace continuous learning. They read, they listen, they observe, and they never stop absorbing knowledge. Listen, Albert Einstein, he once said, once you stop learning, you start dying. Let me say that again. Once you stop learning, you start dying. It's all it is, and it cannot be more true. That's so true. The world is constantly evolving, and those who do not adapt and learn, they get left behind. They get left behind. And you don't want to get left behind. Again, remember, if you want to read, you want to be around people who are smarter than yourself. Surround yourself with people who are smarter than yourself. You don't have to go to school to get a degree, 4 years, 6 years, whatever you might go to school for. Don't go to school to get a degree so you can call yourself being smart. Go to webinars like we're doing right now, webinars, seminars, podcasts, YouTube. Like I said, read. Hang around smart people. Listen. Listen. You have 2 eyes, you have 2 ears, and you have 1 mouth. Utilize those. That's what's important. So understand that people who work smart and not hard, they embrace continual learning. They learn all the time. They listen. They observe. They find themselves surrounded by people who know more than themselves pertaining to what they're trying to do in life. Let me just ask you all. I know that he had to learn a lot before he started doing what he's doing. He said, be a great learner. And he surrounds himself with people who are smarter than himself. Because he didn't have to do something of this magnitude to sit back, try to make sure make things happen. No. He continuously learn, he continuously research, and he continues to surround himself with people who know more than he does. So again, if you want to be successful, practice this. Learn how to really embrace continuous learning. That's number 3. Number 4, they use their time wisely. They use their time wisely. Highly successful people have mastered the art of time management. This is the most important, one of the most important commodities and assets that God has given us. But most people waste time. Some people get up late morning, like about 12 o'clock in the day. How much time has gone by already been wasted? And when they do get up, they just find themselves just struggling around, not being productive for anything. Some people are like that. They waste time. They live a non-productive life. Ask yourself, I want you to be honest with yourself. Are you good with time management? Is this an area that you know that you need to work on? If you want to become successful, if you want to achieve that apex, what you're trying to do with your life, then you must respect time. Because once the time is gone, you cannot get it back. You don't want to procrastinate. You want to make sure, we talk about again, prioritizing. You want to make sure that you understand that while you are prioritizing, that the time management is a most important factor. And when you manage your time, what do? You reduce stress because you get more done when you're managing your time. You get rid of stress, become more productive, and it gives you a better well-being. So again, you want to learn again to work smart and not hard. And people who are really highly successful, they've mastered the art of time management. Okay? Remember the old cliche, all work and no play makes you a dog boy or girl. All right? You want to make sure that when you manage your time, you not only manage your time for your business, but you want to make time for your leisure, you want to make time for self-care, you want to make time for your relationships, for family. These are all factors that should be when you're managing your time. If you're not managing your time properly, you're going to lose yourself. You're going to find yourself looking at life and you say, where did the time go? What did I accomplish? When you master time management and when you master prioritizing, you're going to be much more effective, happier, and closer. So again, number 4, they use their time management wisely. This is what people who are working smart and not hard. They don't worry about what they're going to accomplish in a day. They make up their list, they prioritize, and they manage their time. Because if you manage your time wisely, you'll be able to get in leisure time, you'll be able to get in exercise, and you'll be able to spend time with your family. People who are not managing their time, those things fall off. They find themselves regretting, and they find themselves feeling very unfulfilled. And that's what you do not want to do. So again, if you want to be successful, and you want to do what people do, they work smart and not hard, you want to make sure that you utilize your time wisely. And number five, the last one for today, is they maintain a positive mindset. What are we talking about? We're talking about deep dive. Having Derek created this platform so we can what? Improve our mindset. A key practice of individuals who achieve success without overworking is maintaining a positive mindset. And I know you may say, Tunishai, that's easier said than done. I know that. When you're going through the trials and tribulations of life, when life happens, it's not always easy to maintain a positive mindset. There's someone in my life that's very close to me, and I love the way he lives his life this way. We have conversations, and when they bring up concern, he always tells me, listen, I don't want to talk about the problem. What's the solution? And that's how we have to look at life. It's not about worrying about the problem. We see the problem. There's a problem out there. There's a problem. But what is the solution? When you have a positive mindset, you begin to look at it as stepping stones. Like I said before, all your obstacles, all they are steps to success. All they are obstacles that lead you to success. And when you do, you find different ways that you will no longer fail again. Because once you experience and once you learn from your mistakes, what do? You don't go that way again. They always say, what is the definition of insanity? When you continue to do the same thing, but you get the same results. So a person with a positive mindset, they learn from their mistakes. They understand that they are 100% responsible for decisions that they make. And when mistakes come or when trials and tribulations come, they don't worry about that. They tackle it head on. Why? Because they're focused. They have like blinders on their eyes, of course, in the race. And they make sure that they're aiming for the finish line. You have to have a positive mindset. You're going to learn to work smart and not hard. People who work hard, they're warriors. They have a lot of anxiety in their lives. They deal with a lot of serious diseases. But a person who knows how to knock that stuff off, just go with the flow, they understand that when you are trying to work smart and you have a positive mindset and you see that the glass is half full and not empty, then you realize that yes, you're on your road to success. You're on your road to completing your goal. Don't allow anxiety and stress to overcome you. Don't allow the cares of the world to overtake you. Don't allow bad things to make you waver at what you're trying to do with your life. One of the things I always see myself, you will not have a cancer ordeal. But I wrote the book, this is a comma in your life, not a period. I realized that I can either accept my fate and die, which I didn't want to do, or I can continue on and have a positive mindset and see myself being whole, see myself being healed, see myself recovering and being delivered. And that's how you want to get your life. Whatever you're going through in this life right now, when you want to work smart, when you have negative things coming at you, just begin to see yourself as a winner. See yourself thriving. See yourself overcoming those areas. And when you see yourself doing those things, remember, the mind is a powerful tool. So when you think of it as heart, when he thinks and when he believes, that's what he's going to achieve. When he sees himself being successful, and again, you're on a journey. And when you're on this journey, yes, there are going to be things that are going to affect you. It's called life. But guess what? When you fall down, get back up again. When you fall down, get back up again. And don't allow anything to deter you from doing what you've been mandated to do. So again, number 5, if you want to work smart, if you want to achieve your goals, if you want to fulfill the calling you have on your life, learn how to maintain a positive mindset. Let me do a recap of what I just covered. Number 1, working smart and not hard. The 10 practices of how to prioritize. Number two, they delegate. Number three, they embrace continuous learning. Number four, they use their time wisely. The last one is they maintain a positive mindset. I believe that when you start applying the practices that I'll share with you, the one I'm going to show you next week, you'll be well on your way to feeling confident. You won't feel so overwhelmed. And this is the thing your mind to do because it's not going to happen overnight. It becomes a skill set. But when you incorporate these things into your life, you will be on your way to feeling better about yourself, know that you are enough, know that you have everything you need to fulfill that in which God has ordained you to do in this lifetime. I'm Dr. T. Thank you so much for allowing me to share. Thank you. That's all it is, man. Oh, awesome. This is amazing. While waiting for Dr. Derek, I just want to say astonishing mindset. Thank you so much, Dr. T. We really appreciate you. Thank you. We are here to learn and each and everyone, those who are listening, maybe you can tell your friends, your brothers and sisters, that we do have a webinar every Tuesdays and Thursdays, the live that you guys can come here. Even if you don't want to listen to cybersecurity, and you can come here and listen to the mindset. The reason for the mindset, I do understand that it's very important, not only to us, but as well as it's very important to our CEO. Thank you. Thank you.
Mercy, 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 mercy. Aye. Nice, nice. Looking for that was a little bit challenging, especially when you're trying to find it on your phone. Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Dr. Tunishai Ford. Really, really appreciate it. Anyone want to make a comment or okay, Antoinette Coleman, go ahead. Queen Antoinette, go ahead.
She was talking about priorities. I really appreciate that. And for some time ago, and I have a tendency to be really busy. And so we were talking, and this was maybe a year or so ago, and I was explaining how overwhelmed I just felt and how much I had to get done in the day and all of this. And she says, well, why don't you just do what I do? Write down everything that you need to do and do those things that you need to get done then. And just spread it out. Whatever doesn't have to be done in that day, do, for the rest of the week. And it really helped out. And so I appreciate you, Dr. T, and what you share every week on Mindset 9. And yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Tony, Queen Antoinette Coleman. Really appreciate. Anyone else? Anyone else? All right, I know that most definitely First Lady Queen Dr. Benny want to say something on the mindset.
Thank you, Dr. Derek. Yes. Before I say anything, I want to thank each and everyone coming here today, listening to Dr. T. I want to say thank you to our Heavenly Father for bringing all of us together this evening, this morning, this afternoon. It all depends upon your location. And even we thank you for sending someone so do something good to the world. And so we decided to join ONPASSIVE to make everybody happy. But to see for, I will say, extraordinary mindset. This thing that you want also practice, that we should prioritize our, when you listen, you go to work. Today, the truth, I don't do that. I'm going to learn from you today. And you also said that you made a statement that we should learn how to delegate the work, right? If an assignment is being given, even an example that I'm a leader, right? I'm a leader at my job, and I have developers, I have designers, then I have assistant information security officer. So which means that I have to, the assignment that has been given to all of us, I just need to delegate to all of them. Correct, Dr. T? That is correct. Dr. Benny, you gotta burn yourself out. Yes, I know that you're the boss, but you gotta learn to delegate. And then when you delegate, you make people feel useful. You make people feel useful. You have to think that they are important to the game, to your team. You don't want to micromanage people. So yeah, you need to delegate. You can delegate the responsibility, do that. And make sure the person that you're delegating to enjoys what they're doing. Make them feel like they're important to your team. You know, make sure that just like Mr. Ashton Farr, everybody wants the best Ashton Farr. They feel useful. They feel appreciated. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Thank you. I appreciate you. I will do my best to work with them and make sure that the job is being done on time, because our main goal is to make the client happy. Thank you, Dr. T. I appreciate you, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Part two next week. Part two next week. Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much, First Lady Queen Dr. Benny. Really appreciate, and thank you very much, Queen Dr. T. And of course, going into the next presentation, which of course it is cyber security, stay protected in 2024, and it's none other than our First Lady. We know that most definitely she has her PhD in cybersecurity, so she knows what she's saying and she says what she knows, and she gives us what we need right now, because most persons on the planet do go on the internet for small reasons, for big reasons. So whether you're on the internet for small reasons or you are there for big reasons, you need to know a little bit about cybersecurity, because that is where the hackers or persons with bad intention is lurking now. You do still have your pickpocket, and you do still have your criminals that are physical, but we also need to be aware of what is happening on the world wide web. So without any further ado, stay protected in 2024. We do have our First Lady, Queen Dr. Bernadette Tinglet.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. David. Last time we talked about the topic was what are scam website and how to avoid the scam website. So I gave you guys the definition, and there were a lot of slides, so I decided that I will come and complete it today. So the next slide will be how to identify fake website. If you can just give me a minute, I will bring out the symbols today. Perfect. Let's see it. All right. All right. This is awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, like I said, scam website are any legitimate, illegitimate internet website that are being used to deceive you and I, users, into fraud or malicious attack. As you all know, the reason why I believe when I did the research on the website is because pretty soon Clubhouse will be utilizing the website, right? You are going to have your own domain, and you will have to learn to know what is happening on your own website. So the internet has numerous useful purposes. Not everything on the website is what it seems to be, right? Among the millions of legitimate websites, right, for any attention, there are websites that are set up to annoy people, and some of them, the purposes of this website, it attempts everything from perpetrating identity theft to credit card fraud. You guys notice that there are a lot of hackers, as Dr. Derek stated before, they are out there doing everything to hurt us. And those hackers that are infiltrating, trying to hurt you guys, steal your information or your identity in order to destroy you, they are called black hackers. They are not good at all. So the next thing that we want to work on now is, or I should say, last time we talked about how does a scam website work. So I said the scam website work in a wide variety of ways, from publishing misleading information to promising wild reward in a financial exchange. So today we are going to talk about how to identify the fake website. Fortunately, there are several ways to protect yourself from scam website to ensure that your family and your wallet stay safe as you navigate now to the website. So the first thing that I know is emotional language, right? So does the website speak in a way that you might hide your emotion? Proceed with the curtain. If you feel an elevated level of urgency, optimize, or fear. The next thing it talks about poor design quality. When it comes to your website, sometimes it is being designed poorly. So it may sound a little obvious, but look closely at how the site is being, like your website is being designed. Does it have the type of design skills or visual quality you would expect from a legitimate website? Low resolution image and add a layout that it can be warning sign of scam. Then sometimes, remember how I talked to you guys last time about the type of fucking, right? So you have like odd ground. It looks good. Things like text. Well, sometimes people go to, when you look at the site, right? In order for them to say, perform it will say something like, there will not be C. C will not be written there. Or sometimes, when you look at the website, and in order for you to know that it's legitimate, right? You have to make sure that it is like HTTPS. I want to give you guys an example because I went to my tax to do my taxes. I decided that despite the fact that my accountant did my taxes, now when he sent everything down to the government, to the federal government, do you guys notice that the government will not just send you the amount of money that the accountant said you will receive? What the government did, the federal government, they sent me a letter and they want me to identify myself to make sure that it is me. Now, in order for me to identify myself, I have to take a picture of my ID. The reason for this is because there are a lot of identity theft nowadays when it comes to taxes. They try to, the internal revenue, there are a lot of identity theft trying to steal all your money. So the only way now, I was really excited, waiting. When I went downstairs to the mailbox, I was expecting to receive a check. No, I did not. There was no check. Instead, they wanted me to identify myself. I was really mad, but you have to obey the rules nowadays. Things are not going the right way. Hackers are out there doing everything. There's a lot of identity theft. So we have to do what it takes to um, take care of ourselves, right? So the next thing is like absence of identifying web pages. Now, additionally, a proper business website should have a basic page such as contact us. Now, you guys know that when you go to www.onpassive.com, you will see a page that says contact us, right? All right. Contact us page and about us page. Now, if you are uncertain, now give the business a call. Now, if the number is a mobile phone or the call isn't answered, be on the guard. If the business seems to want you to avoid verbal contact, then what happened? It means that there is a problem, right? It means that there's a problem. Okay. So let's see. We talk about all grammar, and then the next thing is about absence of identifying the web pages, right? Another one is suspicious URL. You guys notice about the misspelling, right? And then you have the poor design content. You have unsecure connections. And when I talk about the legitimate, you guys notice that if you don't see the HTTPS, know that it is not secure. Like I stated before, when I went to my accountant, I took my laptop there, and I noticed that the Wi-Fi was not too good, and it says that it was not secure. So I decided not to continue. I did not use my laptop anymore. So I just want to let you guys know that if you go anywhere to let me say if you want to study and you take your laptop to that particular location, you notice that it's not secure. I beg you, do not use the Wi-Fi there. Do not use it. You can come back home. All right. So, sorry. All right. I am sorry for the disturbance. So the next things we talk about your domain. We talk about you should check your domain name. It is obvious that when you look at the site set up to spoof a legitimate site, it is very obvious that we have to be very careful of what is going on in our domain name when it comes to our domain name. So, for example, instead of FBI.gov, right? Now, a spoof site might use FBI.com. You know that there is no FBI.com. It's always because FBI is a government website. It is not a .com. So when you say a .com, know that it's not real, right? Pay special attention to the addresses that end in .net or .org, as this type of domain name are less common for online shopping sites. Now, if you want to dig a little deeper, now you can check to see who is registered, right? Who is registered, the domain name or the URL on the site, and like who is. There is no charge for the search, so be careful how you pay. One good practice is to never pay for anything by direct bank transfer. You guys notice that when you direct bank transfer, you don't know the individual. Why do you want to give a direct bank transfer? We have to be very careful, right? Thank you, guys. Let's be legitimate. We just need to be vigilant of what is going on within us. And again, in order to avoid problems, I notice things are really, really happening out there at the moment. We have to pay more and more attention. Sometimes they say, too good to be true, right? Now, the promise of luxurious beyond your wildest dream in exchange for a moment of your time or a minimal effort is a successful pedestrian practice. So always ask yourself, if something sounds too good to be true, is the site selling what? Tablets, PC, or designer trainers for what is clearly huge discount? Unbelievable practice. Come on now. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you guys. But is the health product website promising larger muscles? You see, larger muscles or extra weight loss in just 2 weeks. What about a foolproof way to make your fortune? You can't go wrong if you assume something that sounds too good to be true. Now, most of the time, what do we have to do? We can do an internet search. Now, if you still can't make up your mind about a website, do some search and see, like what other people have said about that particular website. Is there any reputation, something good? Do you see anything good or bad about the website? Spread widely online. Now, if others have had a bad experience with that particular website, they are probably talking about it online. So what you have to do is you go now and read about it. Now, if you notice that it's bad, I don't think you should go there anymore. Look for the reviews on site, such as Trustploid, Site Jobber, to see if the site has scammed anyone in the past, right? So if you can find a poor review, don't automatically assume that the website is the best. Now, as some scam website, they could be new, right? Now, take all the other factors into consideration to make sure you aren't the first victim Because if it is new, then maybe you are the first victim. So always use a secure connection, right? It is important for us to use a secure connection. So when you visit a legitimate website that asks for financial or secure data, now the company's name should be visible, right? Next to the URL in the browser bar, along with a padlock. Now, with that padlock, it will indicate that it's secure. It will indicate that it's really secure. So now, if you don't see the symbol, your browser warn you that this site doesn't have an up-to-date security certificate. That is a red flag. Now, to increase your level of personal protection, always use the first-rate security software to ensure that you have added a layer of protection. Another thing is that also take nothing. Also, take nothing. It is very important that by tapping them in your by yourself, you have to start one by one in an accurate way. So another thing is that what do you do if you become a victim? What do you do if you become a victim of a scam website? Now, if you are, you will want to take immediate action, right? You have to take immediate action. Now, the chance to limit the attacker's ability to exploit you is still within your hands. Now, so we do have certain things, there are certain ways that you can do it. You should stop the communication. Stop the communication with the scammer if you have been in touch. Then you have to find and halt any pending or ongoing payment. So if you were giving some type of money to that individual or to that scammer, you should stop it immediately. Then cancel any compromised credit card. With a credit card, if you have given your credit card to that particular scammer, remember that you don't know that it's a scam, right? Because that person, that individual, would pretend to be, like to, let's just give an example. That person would pretend that it's Benedict. Benedict, but you have to know who Benedict is, right? In order to give your credit card information to Benedict. The next thing is for you to update your most essential password and PIN. Remember, I told you all from the beginning that, anyway, when it comes to your password, you know that you have to change your password every 90 days, right? And it has to be what? Alphanumeric, including the special character. And it should be at least 10 and up characters. So the next thing is for you to update, to freeze your credit card. If had it been you gave your credit card to that individual and you notice that the person is a scammer, then you need to go call your credit card company to freeze it. Another thing, the next thing is for you to report the scam to any service provider and or an institution that may be able to help you. So when attempting to stop the future scam to yourself and others, you have to notify an appropriate authority, which is very crucial. Now, in order for you to report this scam website, you have to make sure that your banking institution and your credit card company, they know about what is going on. Now, the United States Internal Revenue Services, these are the people that you need to report to. Online account providers such as Google and Apple. And then we talk about e-commerce stores like Amazon and eBay. You need to report to them. Um, That is what I found out that you have to report to them. So report any attempted successful website scam to the Internet Crime Complaint Center. When you do that, um, is they will, like they will keep the information that should, in case another person come and complain, they will not go out there and be investigating and to caution everybody or most of the companies that they should try to train or to educate their employees of what is happening out there when it comes to scamming. So this is very important to everybody that we need to be very vigilant of what is happening within our, not only within the ecosystem. We really need to know what is happening in the world. We should be very careful. So I would say in conclusion that you have to report this crime, what is happening, to um, you can also report it to the police, right? Most importantly to the FBI. It is very obvious that we should do so. And Google wants to avoid promoting malicious results, but be sure to report the site to help their effort as well. Finally, you report any attempt on successful website scam to the Internet Crime Complaint Center. And then you have to be sure to reach out to your local police, which is very important. If you, like for myself, I will report to one of our police here in Chevy Chase, Maryland, so that they can go out there and investigate locally in order to secure what is happening within the community. Um, Credit card, credit card, credit card. We have to be very careful with our credit card. I do notice that a lot of our brand ambassadors, or should I say family members, they utilize their credit card all the time online. Make sure that if you want to utilize your credit card, I want you to make sure that that site is secured. Now remember that if there is a lock there, it shows. When you go online, you see that lock, it will show that it is a secure website. So I want all of us to be vigilant, and I want to take this special moment to thank you all for listening to my little presentation about scamming website. And I will also say I want to thank our CEO for what he has done and what he will continue to do. Thanking him because he made a statement that either I do or I die. He is here to correct corruption, eradicate poverty, and to uplift humanity. I also noticed that he hired the most talented employees in the world. And I know that those employees, if you ask them to live on passive, they will say over my dead body. Why? Because we have the best CEO in the world. Because he knows what he's doing and he loves his people, and his main goal is for humanity. I want to thank him and our COO, as well as his dreams and the tech brothers and sisters, and our CIO, Mr. Mohammed Moral, and then Mr. Mohammed Nazel, Professor Susan. Hi. And again, guess what? I want to thank our brand ambassadors. You guys are our brand ambassadors. We are affiliates and we are also customers of ONPASSIVE. We are the first customers of ONPASSIVE. And I pray that when you guys have time, go and do some research about scamming website if you want to. Thank you so much, Dr. Derek, for giving me this opportunity. And thank you all for listening.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you ever so much, our First Lady, Queen, Dr. Bernadette Tinglet. Really appreciate that awesome scamming presentation. I hope that it made us aware of what is happening on the World Wide Web. All right, wonderful. Go ahead, Queen Antoinette Coleman.
I have to say something.
All right.
Appreciate you being me and the information that you always bring us every week. It does help because it makes us more aware of these different scams that are out and about. And I know I've been a little more cautious about some of the things that, happen around me and the phone calls and emails and all that other stuff that's going on. So I really appreciate your presentations, and I do download them as well. So thank you, Queen Dr. Benny.
This is Dr. T. I don't have a hand. May I speak? Yes, Dr. T.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much for this presentation. Very, very important. I really do appreciate you. The awareness. I was telling Queen Tony, we talk about this all the time. That we thank God for this platform. Deep dive, Dr. Derek, and what you are presenting, Dr. Benny, because there's so much going on. It's really frightening. I'm not going to tell you a lie, it makes you uncomfortable. But we have to have this information. I want to share briefly an experience, not with the website, but with my business debit card. I received a phone call from my bank, but I didn't realize it was my bank. And I also received a text from my bank. But again, because of what you taught us, I didn't respond to it. But they kept texting, they kept calling. So finally, I said, okay, let me take a chance and just see what they're saying. So I clicked on my phone and it said, they wanted to find out that I make a purchase and they saw some fraudulent activity. So I'm thinking about oh wow, here we go. These are people trying to get. They need to do something. Give them a call. Something gonna take all my money. So what I did, I called the bank. They had two on the line. Well, two-way. I called the bank and come to find out somebody had used my card. But thank God it wasn't a whole lot. It was $150. They tried to use, but the bank called it, and they would not allow it to go through. They sent me an alert through text and a phone call. But I just thank God for that because it could have been just a scam where they may be trying to get my code or information from me and it may not have been my bank. But I did call. They said, yes, we did call you, we text you, and we also called you. It was us. And they went to the site and said, did you make this purchase? I said, well, I did not. They said, okay, we're going to take care of that. But the best thing about it, ladies and gentlemen, I had to get rid of my card. They told me to jail my card and they're going to send me another. Yeah, that's the only thing I didn't like about that. But because my account was compromised, I had to give me my card. So I just wanted to share that.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Nadu.
As well. Yeah, getting ready for this meeting, we were practicing this for one of our founders, and she wants to start going to ONPASSIVE data and be involved. So she opened the site, she put ONPASSIVE data, and she opened the site. She was he done? Yeah. What kind of ONPASSIVE is this? And you have three ways to continue and shipwreck on technology. And somebody's like, no, 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 she needs to close it. Right. Because we saw by the place we're supposed to see pt14, there's a warning sign saying that the site is not secure. Wow. But it was ONPASSIVE account. They use and they use the same blue color that ONPASSIVE uses. Same blue. And that you want us, we have to see home, contacts, about us. We have that. Wow. So they ask us to close those windows and then see the history. Now, we have to be careful even with ONPASSIVE. Besides that, and has pictures for intelligence, artificial intelligence, anything. If you are not paying attention to those things that you cheat us, I'm telling you, that will be something else. You talking about the URL, right? And when you see that padlock there, right now, there was no padlock? No padlock. Check the door inside the Bible of the one inside. Wow. And next to it, you see that's secure. It's a as it's not secure, then we don't have to use it. But when we eat, nobody is paying attention to that. You're right. It's like it's blue. And you know, ONPASSIVE uses the blue and it's ONPASSIVE account important. That is something that nobody was expecting from ONPASSIVE. So in those cases, you say if you get to a secure site, you can call and what can you do? Because those people are trying to get into ONPASSIVE. It's not their business. We are talking about artificial intelligence and so and so. What can you do? There are certain places that we can report. Like I said, you can also report to FBI. Like I said, FBI. You can report to Cyber Security and Infrastructure Security Agency, and then Federal Trade Commission. Then Internet Crime Complaint Center. Crime Complaint Center. Those are the places as well as the police. You cannot say ONPASSIVE that something is going on like that. No, wait. I mean, if you say this, too, we can also tell our maybe I will talk to since we know that Mr. Martin Begano is closer to the CEO. Remember how we go to Omino and he's always there in the evening. Immediately you report to him, 2 seconds, he will send a text letter to our CEO. And our CEO will now communicate with his dream team members, and they will now talk to the I know our CEO hired certified ethical hack. They will communicate with him and then they will see what they can do as well as the developers to see the people who develop the website and then with the ethical hackers, they will work on it under the same name that ONPASSIVE. We didn't take any picture that code, So is that okay to ask that person to go back to the same website? Or yes, see. The reason, to get the truth, when I brought this topic, I know be utilizing. We will have our own domain name, and we'll have the website. And now that you're saying, you guys went to the website and it was not secure, there was no padlock, no. There was no HTTPS. No, and I'm glad that you guys noticed it and you guys did not play with it, correct? No. And, close the right away. But it's scary. And that is why telling people, even though people will not want to come to our deep dive, I urge everybody, you do have a lot of security uh, people here within ONPASSIVE, but I know that they're not teaching or they don't go and do their research to come and teach others. Let them come here if they want to learn more about protecting the website, protecting their phones, securing their phones, and protecting their password if they want to learn more. Dr. Nado, I want to take this special moment to thank you for your acknowledgement and thank you for everything because we all go there and learn and then we come here and teach one another. So, yes, if you want to go and get it, I would like to say it. So.
Wonderful. All right, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Nadu, Dr. Nadu. However, let me just comment on your finding. It is totally impossible in the World Wide Web to have two websites exactly the same. The World Wide Web actually don't look at ONPASSIVE.com. That's not what the internet sees. We have to remember that the internet sees binary. That's first and foremost. The internet, the World Wide Web, only sees binary. So it's impossible to have exactly the same two domain name, which means, sometimes the eyes are fooled easily, and so even ONPASSIVE with one S immediately look like ONPASSIVE, but just because of one S instead of two S's, hey, never can tell. Yeah, and I pity you didn't quickly take a screenshot or something because you would have when you really look at it, you would have seen that it's not, it can't be the same exact word, right? Something has to be different, right? Something has to be different. Yes, something has to be different about the word. But yes, from once you see that it's not secure, as First Lady Queen Dr. Benny says, it means that something is wrong, really and truly. But on passive, you can only have one on passive. You can only have one Amazon.com. You can only have one Walmart.com. The spelling has to be a little different. And that is how a lot of times they catch people. So it looks familiar. And so we just click on it. And, it's all over by the shot. So, yes, it was vigilant of you to recognize that it was not on passive website and click off from it. But it wasn't the full proper name on passive. Something had to be different. You know, yeah, yeah, you know, you just never see it. You just never see it. Some spelling, something was off, but you just never see it quickly because you notice that it wasn't right, right? So kudos.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Mhm. All right, wonderful. Thank you ever so much. Really appreciate everyone. And I'm not seeing any hands up. And so let me just quickly check. Okay. All right. So at this time, we just want to ask Queen Dr. Tunishai for her final comment.
Thank you so much again for allowing me to share. I want you to remember that success is not just about the end goal. It's about the journey. It's about enjoying what you do and how you do it. It's about creating a life that's not just successful, but also fulfilling and balanced. If you remember that, you'll be well on your way to really experiencing success. Working smart and not hard. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Dr. Tunishai Ford. Dr. Patience said thanks, First Lady, Queen Sister Dr. Benny, for the education to keep us safe. And hello, everyone. Greetings from Canada. And that is Sharon Wheaton. Yes, Dr. T. Love that. And that's from Sharon Wheaton again. And awesome presentation, Dr. Ford, from Vinette. And of course, good evening to everyone. And that's from Queen Rosalind. Please make the people on attendees speaker. Okay, some people from the attendee, and wonderful. All right, so King Mamadou, go ahead.
Yes, King Dr. Derek, thank you for an first of all, I just want to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all my queens and kings of this noble art. Yes, I'm busy working, but I can't stay there without acknowledging my queen's presentation tonight. With Dr. T, you know, when you was talking, I saw myself right there. And I said, oh, is he talking about me? I said, no, but what he's saying is true. Some of us, we are just busy working, doing everything day and night without having time to rest and all such. So thank you very much for reminding us. You know, Dr. T, that was good. And for my queen, Dr. Benny, yes. You know, this morning as I'm working, it's good for me to eat and enjoy it with my family. Not for somebody else who had been sleeping or enjoying him or herself to enjoy it without my permission. Thank you for guiding me and for guiding all of us. I hope everything you pay attention. Queen Dr. Baby, thank you very much. I am right here walking, but I had to say, oh, please don't go to after party without the hands of man say a word or two.
That's what I have for you. Thank you. Thank you very much, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much. You see, that is what he knows who he is, and he knows whose he is. And so, thank you very much for that, King Mamadou. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate that. At least you have been listening and you know whose you are. You are a child of the King of Kings, and so created in His image. And so, how dare, including yourself, to think that you are not gorgeous, or you are not handsome, or you are not powerful. So beautiful. Thank you very much for that, King Mamadou. And go ahead, King Vijay.
Is you go back and you go back and see the mirror. Something is wrong with you, man. Yeah. I joined kind of late now. I will hear this. I enjoyed that before I was talking about work time management. Um, I recall when taking some courses. I don't know if that's a word you're aware about Tom Hopkins. Tom Hopkins International. And they have a book that's on a daily work plan. Maybe that work plan is it goes on, it helps you to identify and plan your daily work, your activity, your goal, and how you accomplish these goals. And then you have things to do today, and then you have a little box that you check off. When you accomplish those things, you check that box off. And I kind of find that very, very helpful in planning my daily work because nothing more dangerous than when you come in and you just all over the place. I don't know what to do next. So you have to write it on priority. You're surprised how much you can accomplish by the day when you do that. DrBenny, you're always what you bring to the table about cybersecurity. I mean, there's only one security that is, one security that can do without one is food security. But, well, I mean, we don't have to about that. But seriously, I think we need to understand what's going on right now. That's get ready for us. They know that we know what's coming to time passing, and they put out they're getting ready for us. I hope we all take what they're teaching us very seriously. I've gone to places where internet is given, and you just get they just give you your internet and it says free. And then when you look at it, you say, well, it's unsecure, and then it's still not free. And even though it says unsecured. And so we have to be mindful of all these things because these criminals, some of the real guys, some of us are very sad when it comes to computer, and they are full of tricks, and they are very good at it too. And I brought this up before about what happened to me when I had my social security compromised. And I don't know how it happened, but I was looking and I was subscribing to one of these companies that keep an eye on my credit scores tell me if there's any thing going on in my neighborhood that I should be aware of. And one day I got an email from them saying that someone had tried to open up apply for credit line from Miracle. And using my social security number. And it says, if I was you, you don't have to do anything, but if that was not you, take immediate action. And luckily I saw that thing and I was able to catch it. I called Bank of America and they actually I consider it too. And they use my social security, they use my first name and they leave off, they spell my first name wrong, they leave off the L off my name, my first name. And it wouldn't show the nightmare, it was a nightmare to clean that up. I had to go to the agencies, the credit bureaus, and send them written letters to report it, and actually have my credit frozen. It's still frozen right now. So if you want to get to pull up my credit score, you guys have my permission to do it right now. You can do it at those. So I have to take all these steps. In addition to reporting to the police, local sheriff departments, file a report on that and give you a copy back. In addition to contacting the IRS and even the IRS, they have a PIN number, special PIN number that they give you. And if you try to mess with my, you have to use that PIN. Absolutely. And they say that you have to make sure it's secure. So I'm telling you, if you're not like me, if you're not careful, I know that we are going to witness some, what I do call apples or Derek and I call it when. You have to be very, very careful. Because if you're not, we're going to be working for them. And it's going to be very frustrating to clean these things up because these guys are out there getting ready to get us. Getting ready to scam us. And we need to be aware of it. And listen to what you're saying. Listen to what you're saying because, we're here. And I hope to pay attention. I hope everybody is paying attention. And understanding that you don't want to be the one that it happens to me. It happened to me and it was a nightmare. And I imagine I did not say no at one point. I don't know how did I don't know. But for me to it took a long time to get this thing organized, all of that lawyer and how them I didn't tell what to do and have send write a letter to all the agencies and ask them to freeze my account and up to now, they're frozen. Up to this day, I have about 3 years ago, I'm still frozen right now. I don't feel comfortable taking it off. Alright, so that's my 2 cents today. Very outstanding presentation. I appreciate it very much. I'll see you up there.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much. Really, really appreciate all of that. And before we bring the curtain down, we just want to ask First Lady Queen DrBenny for her final comment.
Thank you. Very happy that what I am saying or preaching today is really happening out there. So if you find out how to report a scam, what website, report any unattempted website or unsuccessful website scam. You should report it to the Internet Crime Complaint Center. You can also report to the Federal Trade Commission, Federal Bureau of Investigation, which is FBI. You can also report to CISA, that is the Cyber Security and Infrastructure Agency, which is an online security. You can also report to the police. I want all of us to be vigilant. A lot of things are happening out there. Remember what Dr. Redu just said. They went to the website, clicking that is the ONPASSIVE. As you all know, Dr. Redu said, there is only one ONPASSIVE. So how about the spelling? Was the spelling correct? Did they spell ONPASSIVE correctly? Did you see the pattern up there? And did you see HTTPS? If you do see it, then know that it's not real, and please do not click on it. If you go to any website, not only ONPASSIVE, and you notice that there is no padlock, please do not play with it. Just get out. As I made that statement today, I went to my account and I took my laptop there and I wanted to utilize an information that was sent to me from the IRS. When I went to that website, it was unsecure. I ran for my dear life. So, running because I noticed that it's not secure. I want all of us to be vigilant. Thank you, Dr. Gary, for giving me this opportunity.
All right, you are very much welcome. Thank you very much, First Lady, Queen Dr. Bernadette Tingley. Really appreciate it. And right now, we are going to close the YouTube feed that we have. We thank you very much for attending on YouTube. Really appreciate it, and any other social media platform out there. Really appreciate your joining us. Really appreciate you coming and sharing with us. And please subscribe, click the notification all, and share. We are here every Tuesday. We are here every Thursday at 8 p.m. or 2000 hours Eastern Daylight Time. We also have the Mindset Monday every Monday at 6 p.m. 1800 hours Eastern Daylight Time by Queen Miriam Edwards. And of course, on Sunday, we do have the Dream Team at 12:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Julie Pierre also comes on Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So you can join those meetings. There are other meetings going on all over the place at various times, and Singapore, India, so many meetings. So join. There's no excuse not to keep abreast with what is happening in this wonderful company. So at this time, I thank you all very much on the YouTube platform and any other social media platform. We do thank you very much, and we see you on the other webinar this week or in the weeks to come. We do thank you very much. Take care, and peace, blessings, and enough love